Alright, break time's over. That door's not gonna open itself.
We're on the top level. Oldest archives. Photo wall.
Snapshot's been upgraded. Its new uncertainty generator will cloud the field while we're in turn. It'll hide itself while we're a fair distance away, and when we get close enough, it will hide everything but itself.
They're trying to get in your head. Wide open.
Now that right there, that moment, is where I discovered the technique that's gonna carry us through to the end of this episode. I call it party time. Pull everybody in with a purge, and then make a pretty nice light show with Spark. As I've said before, it seems like these new cheerleaders are a bit slower than their previous iterations. And we were able to outpace the beam with our own, get that switch off. And unfortunately here, switch does not pierce through objects, so we have to take care of the cheerleader up close. Gotta stay out of range of the snapshot so we can pick up these cells. Mask ourselves for a little bit of extra damage. And make sure to position the spark just right so we can get that other cell unshielded before it causes problems for us.
Snapshots. Well, let's see what we can find up here. Found something. Those.
As per the usual, cheerleaders are going to be our priority target. Dealing with that shielding will be a bit of a bear, especially with all of the new tricks the process is pulling out. Now those extra cells can get some weird trajectories on them, so you gotta be quick on the draw to pick them up before they respawn into double their original numbers.
The town's passed. It's all on the books. Getting wiped out. Should be some kind of override. Like that one.
That will indeed open up the door for us, but before we do, we have some long overdue business to take care of. Lots of functions have new information on them, so we're going to take a quick peek into them first.
I'm not supposed to be here. Not that anyone else is. So they got any dirt on me?
Well, not a whole lot of specific dirt, but we can see that you are essentially unique. Apparently, not being officially employed as something is basically unheard of in Cloudbank. And now, for our new functions.
They got that loudmouth Tennigan. Figured he retired.
Load has been quite popular with you all, so we've already filled out all of Tennigan's information. The Area of Effect attribute has been doing wonders for us on Purge. And now, for our function of the hour.
Max Darcy gave up Fashion Week to get caught up in all this.
And last but not least,
Asher Kendall, seen as byline on the OVC, covering up the Camaradas tracks. Doing a good job.
curious that we have Asher's function despite the fact that he's ostensibly still alive. Must have loaded his trace inside of the transistor before we took control of it. Wonder if anybody else who's in there is also still out here. And last but not least, we've been getting use out of the young lady limiter, so we've got some information on it. There's that name again, Royce. Asher named an accomplice Royce Brackett, so I guess one of the Camerata was actively studying the process. Well, now that that business is taken care of, it's time to get that last lock open.
That's two. The big door downstairs ought to be open now. Take us straight to Asher and Grant's hideout on the roof. Let's get back to the concourse.
Door should be unlocked now, but it looks like we're not the only ones who are aware of it.
Looks like Grant has other visitors. Well, we're not waiting.
And of course, since everybody else has gotten it, the jerk gets an upgrade too. The towing beam, much like the tractor beam for the creep, essentially functions as a get. Although rather than the creep's slow-moving get, this one is instantaneous, although it deals no damage. Going to take out the cheerleader first.
Off, jerk.
Fortunately, the jerk will take care of the shields on the cells. And a slight misstep will put us out of a turn. Towing beam on the jerk is going to be one of the more dangerous upgrades. A lost turn, we can deal with that. Maybe a little bit of confusion while planning the turn. That's not so bad, but getting sucked into a very heavy hitter from across the battlefield, that's not something that's well, conducive to staying alive for very long. Seems like the jerk and the cell managed to intersect with each other, and they got a little bit confused. But we've lost Spark. We're down to a battle of attrition. Purge isn't super damage dealy. It'll deal enough, but
Won't you join us?
we're going to have to be very cautious. Sort of dance around the jerk and its towing beam while dealing nominal amounts of damage every so often. Going to have to make liberal use of Switch in order to keep ourselves alive. And of course, the emergency turn is going to save our lives again and again. Yeesh. Now that is what the towing beam really looks like. Also, this has always been a thing, but it's interesting that the jerk gets larger the more punishment that it's taken. I can only imagine how big it's going to get now that it's at 3.0. And of course, even as we use Switch to keep it off of us, we have to make sure our timing is good. Purge is considerably slower than Switch, even though Switch has a bit of a charge-up time. So we have to make sure that the Purge hits first. And with that, we're all done.
Now's our chance.
Just gotta make a quick stop into the access point.
Gotta find a way to the roof.
Given our previous encounter with Sybil,
Going up against Grant and Asher.
might have reason to assume things will be a bit difficult. A good damage dealer and some support.
This is it. Hey, something I've been meaning to tell you. Once this is over, maybe there's still time to skip town. Think about it. Standing offer. Okay, deep breath.
We're at the top of the town now.
What? Cowards. Left you a note. So that's it.
I couldn't stay to meet with you in person. Grant, he couldn't wait any longer. Why he would leave me? I'd sooner take an eternity in the Transistor. But he was no longer seeing straight. Or perhaps he'd decided he'd seen enough. We knew the stakes of what we wanted to accomplish. And we knew that if we were to fail, we would do so together. As one. See you in the country.
Hey there, remember me? Guy you killed the other day? Let me be the first to welcome you to your new home. You fake. Wake up, buddy. Got some questions for you. How do we stop this? Fairview. How are we supposed to get all the way over there? Oh, really?
Given a choice between two processes that we've passed up previously, Cull again is a heavy hitter, and Ping is really a vector for support functions, and since we've got a whole bunch of those... And let's take out a new passive. And a brand new choice of limiters. We have one that will eliminate our emergency turn ability, and another that will make us lose more functions and make them harder to get back. Now, the emergency turn has been saving our lives lately, so maybe we can play a little bit smarter and get some mileage out of this one.
The Camerata. There's one left. Once they lost the transistor, they lost control of the process. Thought they could change the world with this thing. The Camerata let these things in. Must like it better here than wherever they come from. Jump for it. We're not gonna fall. Guess I was wrong about them. The Camerata wanted things to change. For good. But not like this. They got greedy. Grant and the others. Only one left. He's gotta know something. Out there somewhere in Fairview. We're making good time. But look at this town. Its time is up. Your stage. We get to Fairview. We can stop this.
Oh, right off the gate, thrown into another fight. Finishing it all off is Fetch's upgrade. Its bark will now stun Red, as if it needed more abilities to get right on top of us. Anyways, we're seeing Void's function greatly increases the amount of damage done, and it lasts for several seconds, so if we're quick about it, we can get in a whole ton of extra damage.
First we get back to the edge of town. Then we make way for Fairview. Last member of the Camerata will be waiting. Hey, Red. You got a full house. Ever get the feeling? Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully it won't turn out like last time something like this happened.
Hello up there. probably getting his friends. That thing on. They think you're... What a mess. Kind words, though. I think you're right. Of course. Of course I do. Red. We'll figure it out when we get there. Gotta retrace our steps. Get to where you found me. We'll make our way from there.
So, we have a new objective, but we have done quite a lot already. I think it's time we wrap it up. See you next time, everyone.